Next up, we have a new dangerous alliance being formed here, and that is the very angry and very bitter Legendary Studios has found its new tag team partner. Its former partner was Warner Brothers. Now it's gone across the pond to Sony Pictures, and
hmm
well, right now Sony needs all the help it can get. It's doing a lot better than it has been in the past, but Sony as a movie studio is still kind of on shaky ground because it doesn't have the financial backing of some other studios. Like Disney has the theme parks, Amazon has the world backing it up. Apple is Apple.
Basically,
And also,
basically,
if you want to believe some of the rumors, which I don't, Disney might not have all the backing forever and might actually just belong to Apple soon enough, but I don't know if I buy that.
yeah,
Where Sony, that's why they're loaning out all their stuff to all the streaming services. Like Netflix has that exclusivity deal with Sony, and then it's got that deal with Disney Plus. I feel like it also has a deal with somebody else too, but I forget.
yeah.
Now they're pairing with Legendary, who it's still kind of ugly what happened between Legendary and Warner Brothers with the whole like, hey, we're gonna release our movies to theaters and HBO Max on the same day. That includes Godzilla vs Kong and Dune.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys paid for those yourselves? We just distributed them. Sucks for you. Which I bring out those two specifically because Dune and the MonsterVerse, the Godzilla vs Kong and the subsequent sequels and whatnot, that's still staying with Warner Brothers. They're not coming with Legendary. Legendary is still a studio by itself. I'm just going, I still like Legendary, but those are two really big bullets in your chamber there that you don't have anymore. That being said, I think this is a smart move. I'm equating this and the big movie studios to kind of what you're seeing in college football right now. Of a lot, it's basically becoming a bunch of mega conferences, and the smaller schools have to decide where they're going to go. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen with movie studios here. Except instead of the SEC, the Big 12, ACC, you're getting Disney, Amazon, Warner Brothers. I think all of those are going to kind of swallow up the smaller companies, so to speak. It sucks, but I think you're going to see more alliances like this or straight up acquisitions. Like, who did we just say bought A24? Or is that still on the market? I think A24.
I think that's still on the market as far as I'm aware.
As far as we know, A24 was up for sale recently. So I'm not surprised by this merger. I'm more surprised that it ended up being Sony that Legendary is paired with. But at the same time, not, because birds of a feather type of thing.
Flock together.
Die
And
together.
it's tough. It's tough because I completely understand Legendary and why they left. They got out of that contract with Warner Brothers because for everything that we know, Legendary absolutely has every right to be mad at Warner Brothers.
Absolutely.
So like them striking a new deal with somebody else doesn't exactly surprise me. Now, if we're talking about movie studios that we trust to put out good product, I don't know if Sony is in that discussion.
Yeah.
And likewise, Warner Brothers isn't really in that discussion either. So I hate this, but this doesn't feel like an upgrade or a downgrade. It feels like a lateral move. It just feels like, hey, we need somewhere else to launch these projects. I guess we'll go here. Which sucks that like Dune and MonsterVerse are staying with Warner, which is going to cause all kinds of legal problems. So, potential for us to just not get more, which is not like give me more Kong, please.
It just means Legendary has to finally bite the bullet and make more Trick or Treat movies and give us a whole Trick or Treat cinematic universe, because that's making the jump with them. Legendary still has the rights to that. So give us a Trick or Treat Krampus crossover, please. That's all we want in life.
The only thing that we want.
That's the only thing.
Nothing else.
Push aside all that great stuff we were saying about the Mario movie.
Yeah. The only thing we want, because also, you and I hadn't talked about this yet, but like having the 20th anniversary of Treasure Planet, be like such a widely celebrated thing on the internet this past week was like, yes.
Which is ironic because most of the people celebrating didn't see it in theaters.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, to be fair, I was 10 years old, and
I saw it in theaters, dang it.
a dog. I didn't see it. We've been over this. Did not see a movie until like Cars and Narnia. So like, I don't know what you want me to say, okay? But like, to me, seeing like the 20th anniversary be so celebrated, on the internet, to me, I was like, oh, could you imagine how cool it would have been if Disney also like as a company we're like, yo, it's the 20th anniversary of Treasure Planet, guys. That's so awesome. Hey, by the way, we're making a live action. I was like, I'd melt. I'd absolutely die.
But get back to Legendary. I am very curious to see if somebody makes a full breakdown of what was able to come with Legendary in this breaking off situation here. Like, we said Dune and Monsterverse stayed with Warner Bros., but like I half joked, half serious of, did Trick or Treat and Krampus come with Legendary? Did Pacific Rim come back with Legendary? Or what's going on with that? Mortal Kombat, I think, was a Legendary Warner Brothers production. So I would very much be curious as to who gets jurisdiction over who gets which child in the divorce here.
Oof.
And
yeah,
could Legendary be teaming up with Sony, as Sony's rapidly taking on more projects very, very quickly. They've got those Amazon Spider-Man shows that they're working on. They keep insisting that the Morbius universe is a thing that's going to happen.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Morbin time, guys.
Especially after that whole meme and we got Sony
Again.
So good. Like, yeah, I think they're gonna seriously rethink about doing the Morbin time thing, or doing the Morbius universe. We'll see what happens. I hope this doesn't turn into Marvel Rights Part 2, but we'll find out.